this morning the girls are making cavatelli, which is an Italian pasta. As they're rolling it with these little dishes here, it creates a groove and also a hole. So when it does boil, we boil it in water, cook it in water until it floats. After it floats, it's pulled out and you put it in spaghetti sauce, meat sauce, which they are making in the other corner.
So the sauce is basil from the garden. This is from our garden. And the trick is, before you throw the leaves in, if you break them, you release the oil. And then you get more of the aroma and more of the flavor of the basil. And we just throw it in there because you can never have too much basil. That's the rule. You just, yeah. So you rip the leaf, it releases the oils, and you just plop it in the sauce. And so it's just Castine kitchen-ready tomatoes. But at the end of the summer at home, we last year made sauce with 400 pounds of tomatoes. Yeah. So this is Castine kitchen-ready. We throw in a whole, we're making true Sicilian sauce. So we throw the onion in whole, and then you scoop it out. Some people dice it up into the sauce, but that's not true sauce. No oregano, because oregano means it's pizza sauce. So, you know, everybody makes it different, but to Italians, if you throw oregano in there, it's sauce for pizza, it's not sauce for pasta. And so our meatballs, some people add onion to the meatballs, some people add grated cheese. We're just doing basic meatballs, you know, meat, breadcrumbs, egg, and olive oil. But you can do turkey meatballs the same way and do turkey meatballs in your sauce. It's whatever makes you happy.
We are making biscotti, almond biscotti, and it's a traditional cookie from Italy.
And what's the process of doing that?
The process is you take almonds and we roast them so that the almonds get toasted first, and then you mix them in with the other ingredients. You mix egg in and it becomes a very sticky, wet dough. Once you have the dough ball, we're going to divide it into fourths and we're going to make little loaves. And those loaves are going to go in the oven. When they come out and they cool for 20 minutes, we're going to cut them so that they look like they're like a little stick almost. And then from there, we're going to put them back in the oven so that they get dry, they get hard. So biscotti is typically eaten with coffee because they're hard and they're crunchy. So they're good for dipping in coffee. This is my third year volunteering, and I love it. The kids learn everything. They do all the cooking, they do the cleaning, and it touches on absolutely everything that you could want your kids to learn because they have to do the measuring, and they learn how to do everything from scratch. Everything here is completely from scratch, so it kind of brings them back to how people used to cook years and years ago, not just go to the supermarket and buy something and put it in the oven or microwave. So it's and it teaches, I think it gives them a love for food.
So, just so you know, a lot of people do this. I don't. I go one by one. And the reason why? Because the end result is this, that you want it nice and clean. All right, so now to roll, you're gonna fold in a little bit, right? Fold in a little bit and then just start rolling nice and tight.
These are a recipe from my mother-in-law who comes from Italy in Calabria, and she's always made these cookies, and that's how I learned how to make them.
And what's in them?
So in the dough itself, there's 4 sticks of butter, sour cream, and flour. And then in the actual circle, how I make the turnovers, there's a walnut mixture of walnuts, sugar, and cinnamon.
Oh, I love it. I do it every year. This is my 3rd or 4th year. And I've had Mr. Ben in class, and I love coming together and teaching and learning and getting to make new things.
And what kind of stuff have you made?
Well, we always do fresh pasta. We did lasagna yesterday. We're gonna do rice balls tomorrow, arancini, and those are my favorite. And I brought them home to my family, and now my family loves them.
I think it's a great experience for all the kids, and I think it's something that every school district and every town should be doing. And it doesn't make a difference if it's a girl or boy. Fortunately, I grew up in a family of 4 boys, and my mother started us cooking right when we were small. Very important. I think all students, all children should learn how to do some type of cooking, if without everything. Cooking, cleaning, washing, whatever it is, helping the house out for later on in life. And I think this is great. I mean, it's got the kids to do something during the course of the week. Very educational. Hopefully they'll use it in the future. And I think that's a major thing. It's something that they can use when they get older.
Well, it's fun, like learning new things and making like things from scratch and all that stuff.
Some of the recipes that we have learned is cavatelli, lasagna, bolognese, and a few desserts.
We've learned how to make like a bunch of different kinds of cookies and pasta and sauces.
What do you like about the class?
I like that we get to make our own food from scratch, and that like we get to eat it at the end and bring some of it home for our families.
At the end of the class, we all sit down Italian style at the table, and we get to eat whatever we made, from the pastas to the meat sauce to the cookies, and have a big family Italian meal.